So now, all of you people who have been seeking refuge in comfort zones and escapism, and that includes social media, particularly using it wrong, which is to not speak your mind, not give an impression of the mind of your own. You're just miming it. You're feeding your mind full of the shit that is getting the likes from people, the conspiracy theorists, with no spiritual counteractive measure taking that on, and your mind can't handle it. What you're toying with there. You don't have any If you don't have any spiritual practice and you've been on social media, you're in trouble right now. Especially if you like people and you were trying to get just, yeah, you want attention from people. That's really not the idea. You want attention from God. You want approval from God. And you get that from your insides. You start to feel it, And my experience with social media, very irritating. First of all, number one, big alarm. Something about, I would say 10 hours or even more like 10 days into it, but it just dawned on me heavily. No good. Social media is the worst idea because people are not really a good idea. I didn't say that we don't love people, blah, 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 blah. I said, I'm talking about ideas. People are not an idea. So, anyway, getting back to social media, how, you might be getting away from a lot of the. First of all, you grow apart from people. You're not hanging around them anymore. You have different lives. How complicated is that? Maybe you didn't talk to them in the past in the first place, but there they were, and then it's like, well, there they were, and they were there, and they just seemed to be there, and you were there, but nobody was really interacting. But now you've grown apart, but then you get on Facebook. There they are. That's not good. That's one of the most toxic things that you'll ever have to deal with in your life. Like all of a sudden you went to the fucking place where all these people that can care less about you and you can care less about them. Well, like, hey, hi, how are you doing? And hopefully it only lasts 6 hours, reunion maybe. Okay, let's bye. Then we have our lives. We go over there and we have a few people that we care to interact with, really, because that's just how it is. That's just how it is. If you're a psychopath, then you're in a crowd of people and you're trying to just get something from all this people. I mean, that's the history of psychopaths. Just let's click that over there, and if you want to get some research on it, we can. That's how people are vulnerable. The psychopath knows that people are susceptible right about then. Lots going on. You can kidnap somebody and do this. There's all kinds of stories about somebody who actually held carnivals just because they knew they can get away with a lot with that joining of a bunch of people and missing people everywhere. After that, the carnival came and then left with some people and never found them again. They're just right down the road in in an enclosure being tortured or something. This is not a good. But let's get into the Mars Pluto thing that's coming up. You better be ready. Yeah, toy with it a little bit. Think about it for 16 seconds, but don't get it on people and avoid fucking situations that will get you there. Did you know that Mars is in Aries? And I say now it's time for humanity. The human body is just going to lift up. I mean, if you have a human body with a heartbeat, you're not going to not feel this. July 1st, coming up. Mars square fucking Pluto. It's either you grab your ass and live or you die. That's the fucking feel of Aries. I have an Aries rising at 6 degrees. And I admit I have a lot of ignorance, and I just think, if you don't do that first move, spontaneous, listen to yourself and say, no, I mean it. Really, if you get good at that, you can become the weirdest person and just be happy as fucking go lucky. And it's really not a comfort zone, you guys. Not a comfort zone. Uh-uh. It's hard. When you see a narcissist right away and you end up saying, and get out of my face, you fucking parasitical waste of time. And they're like, they don't even have time to try and fight with you about it. You're an asshole. You just say, and I know I'm an asshole. Fuck them. Once you see that there's a parasitical fucking waste of your goddamn fucking time there. Waste of their own time. Let's talk about God's time. Like, let's talk about the truth. Wastes on the fucking truth. And tries to take everybody into their reality, really, which is not the reality of reality. Thank God we have one and only one of those, our Savior, called now. Solid stream time. One day, one incarnation, you're going to have to get into it. And then you can become a Savior.